In this lesson, you're going to be able to multiply any whole numbers by a fraction using a tape diagram. This is Module 4, Lesson 7 problem set, so let's get started. All right, for number 1, they want us to solve the problems below by using a tape diagram. So let's go ahead and go to 1C. Let's go ahead and we have 3/4 times 24. Or, let me zoom in. We can also say that 3/4 times 30 or 24 is the same thing as saying 3/4 of 24. So the word of represents multiplication. So if I did a tape diagram and I'm going to say this is the whole, and we actually have the number 24 as a whole, and I need to show fourths because our fraction is out of 4 pieces, I would need to do 3 lines. So 1, 2, 3. And so I need to figure out what 3/4 of 24 is. It's right here. This is what we're looking for, 3 out of the 4 boxes. Remember that we're taking 24 and evenly splitting it up into 4 boxes. So think of, we're doing 24 divided by 4, and that goes in evenly. And so in each box, we're going to have 6. And as you can see, 6 in 3 boxes, if you add those 3 boxes up, you're going to get 18, because 6 times 3 is 18. All right, for 1D, we're going to do 3/8 of 24. So pretty much the same thing as what we did, but now we're going to do eighths. So remember, a tape diagram, we're going to say this is going to be my whole. Well, our whole in our problem is 24. We need to take our denominator of eighths and break up our tape diagram into 8 pieces, so 7 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we need to figure out what 3/8 are. Go ahead and label that. We need to think of 3/8 times 24. And remember, the word or the multiplication symbol also can stand for the word of. So we're looking for 3/8 of 24. So remember, 24 has to be evenly divided into those 8 boxes. And so that can actually work out. 24 divided by 8 does work evenly. There'll be the number 3 in each box. So we can go ahead and label and fill in each box with the number 3. In all those 3's, we wrote 8 of them, all those 3's, that would equal 24. And so what is 3/8 of 24? Well, you have 3 plus 3 plus 3, and that's going to give us the answer of 9. All right, let's drop down to 1F. And here we have a big hole. We actually have a large number here, and it is 140. So on top of our tape diagram, we're going to do 140. And now we're going to divide it, since there are 7 pieces in our denominator. We're going to now need to break it up into 7 pieces, which is 6 lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're trying to figure out what 1/7, so this one box out of 7. So 1/7 times 140, or remember, times also means of. 1/7 of 140. So we're going to take 140 and we're going to divide it into 7, those 7 boxes. Now you're like, oh, this is the big problem. I don't know how to do it. It's actually mental math right here, because I can see 14, we can divide it evenly by 7. 14 divided by 7 is 2. So 140 divided by 7 would be 20. So each box has 20 in it. And so 1/7 of 140 is 20. Let's go over to 1G. 1G, we have 1/4 times 9. 1/4 times 9. So doing our tape diagram, our whole is going to be the 9, which means I need to take my tape diagram and break it up into fourths, which is 3 lines. And I need to figure out what 1/4 of, or times, 9 is. And so now I'm going to go ahead, and figure out what's 9 divided by 4. Oh, this one I can't do evenly. 9 divided by 4 doesn't give me an even number. but I can make it into a fraction. I know that 9 divided by 4 is the same thing as 9/4, which is also, I can pull out a whole, and I can pull out another whole because there's 8/4 right there, and then I would have 1/4 left over. So as a mixed number, I have 2 and 1/4. So each box is 2 and 1/4. And if I added all of those 2 and 1/4 up, they would total 9. But I was only looking for 1/4 of 9, one out of the 4 boxes, and I found out that it equals 2 and 1/4. All right, for 1i, 1i's are my favorite ones. They're like little puzzles. You kind of like have to work backwards. To me, it's fun. I like them. So we're going to go ahead and do 1i. We have the clue of 2/3 of a number is 10. All right, so, and they want us to figure out what the number is. Now, here's what it kind of looks like as a problem. So we know that 2/3 of a number, so of represents multiplication, of a number, well, we don't know what the number is. They're just saying a number, and we're actually needing to find, that's the question that they want us to find, is that number. So I'm going to put a question mark. The word is always represents equals, and then the answer is 10. So we're just trying to figure out what this question mark is. And so if I thought about it from the tape diagram perspective, I know that my tape diagram would have to be broken up into 3 equal parts, so I need 2 lines. And then I know the whole, well, the whole is not 10. Okay, the whole is not 10 because normally the number that we put as the whole is the one that's next to the multiplication sign, which right now we don't know. So we're going to go ahead and label the whole as we don't know. But we do know that it says 2/3 of, so 2 of these boxes of this whole entire set is 10. So here's 2/3, 2 out of the 3, and this right here equals 10. So if these two boxes right here, equal 10, and they are all going to be the same number, let's kind of work backwards and say 10 has to be evenly divided into 2 boxes. So 10 divided by 2 will give us 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10, which means the last box is going to be 5. And then altogether, the number up on top that we're trying to find is 15. So let's go ahead and write the sentence. The number is 15. Okay, let's go ahead and do 1G or 1J. All right, for 1J, when they're same thing, we're working backwards, the puzzle here. It says 3/4 of a number is 24. What is the number? So let's write this out as a problem. Okay, well, 3/4, and then we have the word of, that means multiply. Of a number, we don't know what that number is, but we do know the answer is, so is represents equal. The answer is 24. So draw our tape diagram and go ahead, since we have fourths, we're going to break this up into 4 equal pieces. That means 3 lines. And we're also told that 3/4 of the number on top, which we don't know, so we should probably label the number on top as a question mark because we don't know it. But these 3 boxes right here equals 24. And since each box is going to be the same number, we're going to evenly take 24 and split it up equally into 3 boxes. So we're going to be going and doing 24 divided by 3, which in each box will be 8. So we have 8, 8, 8. And these 8s right here, add them up, give us 24. Add the final 8 in the last box. The number on the whole. Now we have 4/8. If you add these up, the number, the whole, is going to be 32. So let's write our sentence out. The number is 32. All right, let's go ahead and do some word problems here. They still want us to solve using a tape diagram. It says, number 2A, there are 48 students going on a field trip. They tell us that 1/4 are girls, and they want us to find out how many boys are going on the field trip. So they're giving us the clue that 1/4 are girls and the rest are boys. We will need to figure out how many boys are going on the field trip. So let's go ahead and do our tape diagram. So if we know that there are 48 students on the field trip or going on the field trip, there's our number on top. And we're told that 1/4, so 1/4 are girls, so it means I need to take my tape diagram and break it up into fourths. And so right here, here's 1/4, and we can say these are the girls, so I can label it G. And then that means the other 3 boxes, which represents 3/4, are going to be the boys. So right now what we need to find out is if 48 is the number on top, and we have to evenly split them into 4 boxes, we need to figure out what 48 divided by 4 is. Well, I know that 10 times 4 is 40, and I know 11 times 4 is 44, so that gives me the clue that 12 times 4 is 48. So looks like there's 12 girls that go on the field trip, and then I need to fill in the rest of the boxes. So now I need to figure out what is 12 times 3, because there's 12 of them. Sorry, there's 3 of them. There's 3 12s, so 12 times 3, or 12 plus 12 plus 12, whatever you pick, will give us the answer 36. So let's go ahead and write our sentence out. We can write 36 boys are going on the field trip. Period. And we're down to our sentence. Let's drop down to 2C. All right, for 2C, it says Abby spent 5/8 of her money and saved the rest. It says if she spent $45, how much money did she have at first? We need to box in this word first, or box in this word at first, because that's going to give us a clue that we're going to have to kind of do some working backwards to figure out this answer. So let's start with a tape diagram. And we are told that Abby spent 5/8 of her money. That 8 tells me my tape diagram needs to be broken up into 8 equal pieces, so I need 7 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Since I know that 5/8, so 5 of the 8 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5/8, this is what she spent. And then she saved the rest. So these 3 boxes over here, which represents 3/8, is what she saves. Okay, now the number up on top, some kids will put the number 45 up on top, and that's not correct because the question said how much money does she have at first. So altogether, before she even spent her money, she had money in the beginning, which we don't know. So that's why we're putting a question mark right here. But we do know that these 5 boxes right here, these 5/8, it tells us in the word problem if she spent $45. So these 5 boxes would equal $45. And so now we can figure out what each box is by dividing 45 divided by those 5 boxes, and that would give me 9. 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 would give me 45. And we fill in the rest. It looks like if I took these 3 9s, or 9 times 3, or 9 plus 9 plus 9, that would be 27. So she saves $27. She spends $45. So I can go ahead and say 45 plus 27. Can add those up. 5 plus 7 is 12. And then 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 2 more is 7. So she actually had $72 at the beginning. So now we can write Abby had $72, make sure you have a dollar sign or the word dollars afterwards, at first period. All right. All right, nice job, fifth graders. We're done with lesson 7. I'll see you on the next video.